I don't know. Maybe I should like brush my hair today. That might be a good idea. Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kim, and I follow the WW Green Plan. In today's video, I'm going to share with you just what I eat in a day to lose weight on the WW Green Plan. I get 30 points a day, 28 weeklies, and it is Monday, so I have a fresh batch. If you like this kind of video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, turn your notifications on if that's your jam, and let's get into it. Well, this is like a very kind of unusual place to start a what I eat in a day little video, but I thought I would kind of get ready for the day. I've actually already eaten breakfast and I'm working on my coffee. I drink my coffee black, as you know, or maybe you don't know and you're new, and thank you for joining me. So I am planning to do a little exercise today, just a little jog around the neighborhood. And so I figured if I was going to brush my hair, I would go ahead and just braid it, because braiding is the best way for me to tame this crazy mane. I ate breakfast, like I said, and I had an egg sandwich, egg beaters, with the Keto Life bread, which is 1 point for 2 slices, and then the egg beaters are 0. I had a little Velveeta cheese on it, which is 1 point, center cut bacon, 1 point, and then some avocado, tomato, and spinach. So I believe that comes out to like 4 points today. I was super proud that I added the spinach because I haven't done that in a while. I bought the spinach at the grocery because I'm gonna make a soup recipe later in the week that called for spinach. And just excited to like add some more veggies. So there we go. I don't know if this braid is actually good enough for me to run in, but it's good enough for right now. So there we go. Fun fact, like everyone used to make, I wouldn't say make fun of me in school, but joked because it's like a nervous tick for me to braid and unbraid my hair. No one in my family could braid my hair, so I had to teach myself with a book, because that's what you did in the 80s and 90s. Like you borrowed a book from the library and learned how to braid your hair. So I'm gonna get to work. And in case you didn't know, I work from home. I am a writer for a manufacturing company, and I do like some other things, but my primary job is writing. So emails, website, all that kind of stuff. So let's get the coffee and get to work. It is time for a little snacky snack. And so I'll just have some fresh cantaloupe that I just cut up. So proud of myself. Have it prepped. So, well, mostly prepped, because I just was like, I don't want to do that one. 0 points. And I actually scanned, well, didn't scan it. I looked in the tracker. You can eat the whole cantaloupe for 0 points. So if you're just like, I'm going to do it, 0 points. But I have 1/4 of a cup of cantaloupe, half a cup of the Trader Joe's fat-free cottage cheese. I don't know that I like this, but they didn't have a light. It was just either whole fat or fat-free. So we're gonna try that. And I have the tiniest amount of sag paneer. So I was out of town this weekend. Mark was on his own. He got Indian carry out and he saved about 2 bites of this. I would love to know in the comments down below if your partner does this. He's like, I just wanted to save you some so you could have a bite. Like literally, that's all it is. It's a bite. Thanks. I do love Indian food and we would get it more often, but it's not really points friendly. So I'm gonna get back to work, enjoy my cantaloupe. It actually, I thought it was gonna taste good. Instead, I just dropped it. It's so great. So I'll get back to work and I will catch you later. I am getting ready to think about lunch and kind of splurged and did an Instacart order so I can make this recipe. I'm going to make a crispy baked tofu bowl. I had put tofu in my Kroger click list and I always just like to spice up my proteins. I'm not vegetarian. I ate bacon this morning. I love meat. I love ground beef. I love chicken. I love fish. I love all the things, but I think it's nice just to spice things up every once in a while. So that's why I decided to buy tofu, and I found a recipe this morning for crispy baked tofu bowls. Thank goodness I finally spit it out with like a peanut sauce. And so I needed some items. I have kale, giant bag of kale from Kroger. I'm going to be using a red pepper, but I got some bell peppers because that was in the Instacart. What else did I get? Cucumber, because you can never have too much cucumber. That's awkward. Anyway, let's just make it awkward. Okay. I also ordered some sugar-free classic yellow cake mix and Cool Whip. So my friend shared a dessert recipe and I was like, I wonder if I could do that like WW friendly. So that will be for later. But now I'm going to get working on the tofu for the crispy baked tofu bowls. To work on that crispy baked tofu. I have my tofu here, which I've marinated in soy sauce, sesame oil, and just a little bit of maple syrup. And then also my oven is preheated to 375 degrees. The block of tofu that I used was a little bit smaller, so I am amending the recipe just slightly. So it called for 2 tablespoons, I believe, of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. And I have panko, so that's what we're gonna use. But I'm gonna go with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and I'm just gonna sprinkle that over. I've never put cornstarch or breadcrumbs. And you could omit this. I don't think that it's really gonna add that much points-wise. Just, you know, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch is 10 calories. And then half a cup of breadcrumbs is 110. So like 1 tablespoon is like 15. So you're maybe adding a point to the recipe. And I think it's gonna add just some nice flavor. So I'll just use, I'm making a mess. I just got it all over. And I just dropped a piece of tofu on the floor. So maybe this is a big mistake. And I'm just gonna leave that tofu on the floor for Yeti because she is about to come in. So that's as tossed as it's gonna get. Now I'm going to be careful when grabbing my pan. So my pan had just like a little like dampness because I drained the tofu on it.
So I put it in the oven to preheat as well, and it kind of dried it off. And okay, I'll be careful. I have it lined with parchment. And because I'm keeping it classy, let's just be real. I'm using one of the kids' face masks that they left on the counter as like a little pot holder. So maybe I should get myself some new pot holders. I'm ready for some new kitchen accessories. Maybe just a new kitchen. You never know. So I'm gonna just toss that there. It does not look very pretty. And then I'm gonna throw that in for 20 minutes and get working on the rest of my lunch. My lunch is done. Here is the final product. That is about 9 points. That's what I'm counting it as. I have 6 points of minute rice. So 1 cup of minute rice, 2 points for the tofu. And then there's also just a super easy peanut sauce made with PB2, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of PB2, 1 tablespoon of water, some ginger and garlic. I called for sriracha and I am out. So I used Frank's Red Hot. I'm winning. Like, I'm feeling a little Monday-ish. So I have my tiny baby can of Diet Coke. There's gonna be another one. I'm not even gonna lie. Here's just a tiny piece of what that tofu looks like. So good. And so there's also kale, red pepper, shredded carrots. I put some fresh cilantro on there because I had it. You could sprinkle some peanuts. And like for the base, you could use whatever you like. So cauliflower rice, if you really want to save points, you could use quinoa, wild rice, basmati rice. I don't know. You could just make it a little salad. I felt like I wanted some carbs, and my breakfast was 4 points. My snack was 2 points, so I really felt like I had some room in my daily points budget to eat some rice. I'm gonna eat some rice. So I'm gonna eat this, work while I'm eating, and then see how the rest of the afternoon goes. Okay, so I changed my clothes, which I feel like is a monumental accomplishment today. Just a lot going on, and you know, keeping it real. I'm really trying to keep it together, you know. But what better way to keep it together than feed your feelings? Just kidding. I mean, I am gonna feed myself, but I'm not feeding my feelings because I think my feelings would taste like a pumpkin pie blizzard from Dairy Queen. Which, anyway, onward and upward. Little snack, little sweet treat, maybe like a little dessert follow up to my lunch, and then I will get my together and go run. This will give me like some good motivation fuel to like get through the next part of my workday too, because I have a project that really needs to get wrapped up. So I have a Kodiak muffin. I made it the other week, and then I put them in the freezer. These are 3 points. They have mashed bananas, blueberries, super delicious. I could really eat a ton. And then I made some iced coffee, and I'm just gonna apologize. I didn't show you how to make it because I have enough confidence in you that you don't need to see me put ice in a glass or pour this into a glass. I did add some of this because if we make this a pick on Mark vlog, I bought this one, but he didn't finish this one, and we need dudes, just dudes. But anyway, I do find that if I add creamer to my iced coffee, which I did, I added this one, cookies and cocoa. but it gets like a little watery tasting. So I added some more. Oh, this is not cold brew. This is cool brew because I am so cool. No, I'm not. I'm like such a weirdo. Just ignore me. Please don't ignore me because YouTube is kind of fun. Anyway, so to make my iced coffee, I looked in my cabinet and found the cleanest glass I could. And it was this one. And then I put ice in it. And then I poured this in it. And then I poured this in it. And then I put this in it. And I'm going to go zoom with a knife. Because that's how you stir your iced coffee. Oh, see? Look at that. Do you feel enlightened? I hope so. And then I'm going to eat my muffin. And I'm going to work. And I'm going to do a good job. And be a good person. And then I'm going to take Yeti for a 3-mile run.
You want to go for a run? You want to go for a run? Huh? You want to go for a run? Did you have a good run? Yeti.
Yeti and I are back from our run. She's currently outside digging a hole. And I am freshly showered, new braid, new outfit. Who does? So I am going to get back to work, but I'm going to do a little dessert prep. And for the first part of the prep is to bake a sugar-free cake. So I'll be using the Pillsbury sugar-free cake mix, some egg substitute, and some applesauce. And this recipe, one, I'm totally winging it, is in this recipe. So I'm totally winging it, but it's inspired by something my friend made for his partner's birthday or whatever. So I'm gonna try to see if I can make it WW points friendly. So I'm just gonna whip up the cake mix, just whoop. And it says 1 cup of water, 3 eggs, and 1/3 cup of oil. So it'll be 1/3 cup applesauce, 1 cake mix, 1 cup of water, and 9 tablespoons of egg substitute, which I'm not going to try to convert that. So 9 tablespoons. Yeah. My sugar-free cake is baked, and honestly it looks a little wonky. I don't know what I did, but it's special. And the next step is making a blueberry pie filling, sugar-free blueberry pie filling. So I'm gonna turn on my stove right here. You're just set up on the little ledge to like medium, whatevs. I'm gonna add 2 cups of blueberry, 1/2 cup of swerve. I'm actually gonna do the swerve first because I'm gonna use the same measuring cup. I have to empty the dishwasher. Actually, I'm curious like how other people do it. So I actually am not gonna empty the dishwasher. It's gonna be Mark. We kind of have like a family role. I cook, he does the dishes. And so I am modifying a keto blueberry pie recipe, and that recipe called for a cup of swerve, which just felt a little extra, and I kind of like taste the swerve dust or something in there. 2 tablespoons of water, and we're gonna let this cook. So I'm gonna count, did I say 2 or 3? I don't know. We're just gonna put some blueberries in here. But swerve is expensive, yo. How about we do 2.5? Like, split it down the middle. I am also going to put a little bit of lemon juice because I feel like it's gonna need it. So I have my blueberries, my swerve, a little bit of water, some lemon juice. And we're gonna let this kind of cook down. And then the next step will be to make a little slurry with water and cornstarch. So I'll put a little extra water, half a cup of water, and then like 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in, just to like minimize dishes, keep it in this cup. And so after that gets kind of like bubbly, I'll add the slurry. We'll put that then on top of our cake. So it feels a little time intensive, but it's not really. Like, prepping the cake took 5 minutes, threw it in the oven, went back to work. I'm talking to you, it has been less than 3 minutes, and I will go back to work. So it's really not that difficult. If I had found sugar-free pie filling at Kroger, I would have bought it, but I didn't. And I think this will taste better too, because a lot of the sugar-free pie fillings use Splenda, which I don't love as much. Here is that cake with the blueberries just sitting on top. It looks delicious. Now, we need to taste test this blueberry filling because this is so good. Now, if you like things very sweet, I definitely would have done the full cup of swerve. So it's sweet, but not like dessert sweet, more like blueberry bread, breakfast sweet. Does that make sense? Which means I can eat this cake for breakfast and not feel guilty. Denali is kind of like getting antsy for dinner, but it's like 4:27, I'm sorry. And it's almost time for him to eat dinner. So I'm gonna pop that cake in the fridge to let it cool just a little bit. Don't you like that light? Wouldn't it be nice to get rid of that light? Not get rid of the light, get rid of the fixture. Light is good. Ugh. So I'm guessing this dessert is going to be like 4 points a serving. So going into the fridge, letting this cool, and then the finishing touch is Cool Whip, which can you even like go wrong with Cool Whip? I mean, like, no. I love Cool Whip. That was like my favorite part of Thanksgiving. So I would eat my favorite leftover Thanksgiving sandwich was white bread, mayonnaise, leftover Thanksgiving Day turkey, and salt. And then when my grandma wasn't looking, because my grandma hosted Thanksgiving and I lived with her in high school. So when she wasn't looking, I would take the Cool Whip out of the freezer and sit on the couch and eat it. And that may or may not be why, I mean, like one of those bad habits that I developed and helped me gain weight. But Cool Whip's still delicious. These blueberries are delicious. I'm going to put the cake in the fridge. I have prepared my dinner, and by prepared I mean I took a container of butternut squash soup out of the freezer, defrosted it, and warmed it up. Yay me. So I'm not cooking like a huge dinner tonight because Mark just got done cutting grass. He's eating a snack. He's eating Chobani yogurt and turkey, not together. I mean, like sort of together, but not like together, because that would be gross, although I would not put it past him. But anyway, Mark has a snack, and then he's going to a meeting. The kids are with their grandparents, and so like cooking a big dinner just didn't make sense. Mark can get McDonald's tonight maybe for dinner, because we do eat McDonald's sometimes. Anyway, butternut squash soup, 0 points. And then I made this little wrappy quesadilla thing. 5 points total. This is the Tumeros, I think. 1 point. I have this Kraft Deluxe 2% American cheese. It was subbed out by Kroger instead of the Velveeta. It's 2 points. 1 point for turkey, 1 point for ranch. I put on some tomatoes and some Frank's Red House because spicy food is just sounding really good to me. So I'm gonna eat this, hang out with Mark for a little bit. But yeah, super uneventful night. But I feel like I did enough cooking today. I don't know. How often do you cook during the day? Tell me in the comments below. Day and night. No. So, dessert time! Blueberry poke cake for dessert. Look at that. How good does that look? Nice little sweet treat at the end of the day. 4 points-ish, 5 points, and which would be perfect because I have 5 points left in the day. So I am going to enjoy my poke cake. I'm going to enjoy some decaf coffee with it because, duh. If you like this kind of video, I would super duper love it if you subscribe to my channel and liked it. And then turn on your notifications and all that jam because you are awesome. Thank you so much. And until next time, do something you love. I am going to make a crispy. Let's start over. I am going to make a crispy. If you